that instead they were really answering to a foreign entity called the National Security Agency.
Canada's CSE is a poor cousin to America's National Security Agency, the NSA. It is the biggest brother in the world spy family. It is the largest, most secretive, and potentially the most intrusive intelligence agency in the world. It dwarfs both the CIA and the FBI in budget, manpower, and influence.
NSA is the big brother for all the little big brothers around the world. Keep in mind, intelligence agencies do not need a court order to conduct surveillance of individuals. This is part of their charter to gather intelligence. For the NSA, it's to gather foreign intelligence, where you can understand who they're listening to. They're listening to foreign political leaders. Princess Diana in her international campaign against landmines was targeted by the NSA. Why does NSA surveil these individuals? It's because they're involved in issues internationally which could impact on quote-unquote U.S. national security. You can assume that any time the United States has any conflict with another country, and anybody with any kinds of connection could expect that they're going to come up on the radar screens of the NSA and the CIA, for that matter.
One person who popped up on those radar screens and may have been a target of Echelon was Dzhokhar Dudayev, president of the Chechnya Republic. A bloody civil war between Chechnya and Russia was draining Boris Yeltsin's support at home and abroad. In April 1996, Dudayev was killed in a missile attack while negotiating a peace settlement.
Unfortunately for Dudayev, he happened to be on his cell phone at the time when the missile locked in on his position. Well, the missile locked in on his position because his cell phone gave it away. Did the Russians have the capability to do that? Dudayev was a former Soviet Air Force general. He knew exactly what the capabilities of the Russian intelligence, military intelligence organization, the GRU, were. He knew to keep his phone calls to less than 5 minutes in length, because he knew that the Russians could direction find and triangulate his location in 5 minutes. So he'd always cut his phone calls off. Unfortunately, I don't think Dudayev understood what the capabilities of the United States were. Yeltsin needed a victory in Chechnya. Dudayev was assassinated. Yeltsin was reelected. That is one possibility of how Echelon can be used. Now you could say, well, it's good. It was good in the long run, but assassination of foreign leaders, of course, is against U.S. law. So if it was used for that purpose, it was used illegally.
And if the NSA is interested in spying on its own citizens in America, it faces another problem. It's not legal either.
The agencies in question, the NSA and others, CSE, would never admit to spying domestically because, frankly, in the case of NSA, that is not in their charter. That would be illegal. They would be liable to be prosecuted for any documented evidence of spying domestically.
So the agencies engage in an information exchange at each other's request, and now domestic restrictions are becoming more lenient.
The NSA and the Pentagon have been allowed to get increasingly involved in domestic law enforcement activities and domestic intelligence gathering activities.
Personally, if I came home one evening and saw that my home had been burglarized, people had been into my home, had gone through my desk drawers, had gone through my computer files, had gone through all my personal things, and left without stealing anything, I still would feel violated. My privacy has been violated.